Horoscopes by 1pkc.io, brought to you by Jeff Helkenberg.
Hello Scorpio, this is your horoscope for the week of March 25th, 2019. Now currently the house of Scorpio is empty, excluding the fact that the moon will be there early in the week, while your ruling planet Pluto is in Capricorn and your other ruler Mars is in Taurus. Now, one of the things that we were talking about last week is that there's a possibility that you might be misreading signals and it could cause you to resent people or others to resent you because there would be errors in communication. Well, that's doubly true this week because Venus is in retrograde there in Pisces. So communications errors are very likely, and it's going to be issues related to the unconscious and very deeply held, rarely questioned beliefs. So look for challenges on that front, but chances are if you feel challenged by others or if you feel like people are calling you out, it might just be a misunderstanding or the intensity isn't really proportional to the situation. Make sure you're reading things as well as you can and try not to overreact or overthink your reactions. It's a double-sided coin, so you want to be authentic, but you don't want to be overly emotional. And so that might be a very big challenge for you this week. So if you can, try to isolate yourself or remove yourself from situations where you feel there may be some volatility. You really want to try to remain as emotionally centered and kind of neutral as you can this week because you're going to be very vulnerable to people saying things, and it could be accidental, but it might trigger something inside of you that will stimulate anger, possibly depression. So really try to avoid situations like that to the best of your ability, although it will be tough to predict because it's just the nature of the retrograde that we're experiencing right now with Mercury. So during a Mercury retrograde, things can get really challenging, as you probably experienced and know. So this week, just be really conscious that you are at risk of being misinterpreted or misinterpreting others. And that could lead to just a lot of much ado about nothing and a big waste of your time. So you really want to avoid that as much as possible. And if you do so, chances are you're going to have a fairly good week. Now, for those of you who know your birth chart positions, here's a rundown of the other planets and our star. Mercury is in retrograde in Pisces, where it is joined by Neptune. Venus is in Aquarius. Mars and Uranus are in Taurus. Jupiter is in Sagittarius. Saturn and Pluto are in Capricorn, and the moon will start the week in Scorpio, move through Sagittarius and Capricorn, will end the week in Aquarius, while the sun has now moved into Aries. So again, the message this week, look for those communication errors, realize that you or others may be interpreting signals incorrectly. That could cause a lot of drama. Do your best to avoid that drama, and it will be a good week for you.
Thank you for listening, and visit 1pkc.io for more great content.